Hello, hello, hello. It's Jim Flan again, your host here for the Flan Fan Show, where it's episode number 4 here for season 17 as we look at the week 3 here in the 239 Hockey League. I'll take a look at the scores, your power rankings, stars of the night, players of the week. We also got the transaction, all the trades that went down, plus Drug Monkeys, Lock of the Week, and a whole lot more. So let's get right into it with your scores. The results here from week number 3. Crosby and Niels for Malkin. Win game 1 5-3, 5-1, and then an overtime win 4-3 to sweep those guys and get 6 points here out of the series. Stars of the night, Captain Flaming Dragon at forward. He had 6 goals, 2 assists, all 3 game-winning goals. For defense, Marty McFly with 3 points, 5 hits, a +7. And then in net, B. Cripps with all 3 wins, 2.23 goals against average. Moving on here to Monday night, we have Johnny Kling's classic hits, narrowly winning versus Wash 2-1, all 1-goal games here. Game number 1 in overtime. Next series, Orange Sauce takes 2 out of the 3 versus the Boondock Saints after the Saints blow a 4-0 lead in the third. And last series, Ice Frogs barely escaping here versus High Expectations, losing game number 1, and then it took a overtime win in game 3 to win the series. Stars of the night, all 3 by the classic hits here. Adrenaline at forward, 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. Civic with 5 points, 10 hits, +2. And in net, Cool Sam, 83% save percentage with a 2.42 goals against average. Only one series. We have a big series here for both teams, and it's Daly's Wet Noodles sweeping Winter's Coming, taking all 6 points here, which is going to help them a lot in the standings. The stars of the night, Rob at forward, only played 1 game at forward, but had all 4 goals in that game. On defense, how about this guy, Yambag, Captain Yambag, 5 points, 22 hits, +6. And most importantly, that's not on the stat board, 0 penalty minutes. And in that, Tomahawk, 82.6 save percentage with a 2 goals against average. And then from Wednesday night, we have Orange Sauce sweeping High Expectations, but it took 2 overtime games to do it. High Expectations suffer another heartbreaking loss here. In the other series, the Simps snap the Cobras' undefeated run and take 2 out of the 3 games. The stars of the night, at forward, Wizzy, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points. Mr. Anderson on defense with 7 points, a +2. And in net, Legion, 46 saves, 85.2 save percentage, 2.12 goals against average. Is that stat right? I guess so. And then moving on here, Thursday night, Cobra Kai winning 2 out of the 3 against the Wet Noodles. Crosby Niels for Malkin, big win here, 2 out of the 3 against Classic Hits after losing game number 1. Then the Ice Frogs also take 2 out of 3 versus the Saints. Saints suffering another series loss here this week. Winter's Coming, winning their first game of the season, but they can't take the series here. Washed wins it 2 out of the 3. McGilla with a 90.9 save percentage in that series. And lastly, those guys get 2 points here out of this series, but the Simps win it here 2 out of the 3, but they're unable to sweep. And then the stars of the night, we have Croydon Knight, 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points. Hall of Fame on defense with 5 points, 7 hits, a +3. And in that, McGilla, 0.50 goals against average, 91 save percentage, 1 shutout. The players of the week here for week 3, at left wing, we got Sober, 9 goals, 6 assists, 15 points, 31 hits, 4 game-winning goals. At center, Pale, 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points, 32 hits. At right wing, Cobb, 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points with 44 hits. Left defense goes to Hall of Fame, 8 points, 13 hits, a +4. On right D, it's Mr. Anderson with 9 points, 11 hits, +3. And then in net, B. Cripps, 62 saves, 1.96 goals against average, 83.8 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Now, let's take a look here at the team power rankings. Look here at the power rankings after week 3, and the Niagara Ice Frogs still remain number 1 here after 3 weeks. Below them, the Simps moving up in the rankings to number 2. Orange Sauce dropping 1. The Boondock Saints remaining at number 4. Crosby Niels for Malkin move up a bit here to number 5. Wash drop to 6. Cobra Kai moving up 1 to number 7. Johnny Klink's Classic Hits drop down 1. Daly's Wet Noodles move up with a good performance this week to number 9. And High Expectations at the number 10 rank. Looking at the best offenses, teams with the most goals for the Simps with 79. Below them, both Cobra Kai and the Boondock Saints with 66. Orange Sauce with 64. Looking at the bottom of this list, number 8, Crosby Niels for Malkin with only 48. That needs to be better. Best defense with the least goals against, Cobra Kai, 39. The Ice Frogs below there with 41, as well as the Classic Hits. Crosby Niels for Malkin, 42. Great defense on here. But looking at the lower teams here, what about the Saints, Washed, and Orange Sauce? Is it the defense or is it the goaltending here being on the bottom half of this list? Best power play team, the Simps, 31.8 on the power play. Cobra Kai with 29.4. Johnny Klink's Classic Hits, 26.3. One thing to see on this list, the Ice Frogs not even on the list here. The best penalty kill percentage, Crosby Niels for Malkin, 90.3 on here. Great job for those guys. Orange Sauce at 87.5, and then below them, the Ice Frogs, 85.7. Two teams here, the Saints and Cobra Kai, very poor on the PK here, as you could see towards the bottom there, 8th and 9th rank. Team with the most time attack, Cobra Kai, 168. The Washed with 138, number 2. And that's kind of questionable there because, how could be number 2, but goals for needs to be better. Team that's not even on the list here, Crosby Niels for Malkin. What's going on, boys? That's your power rankings and your team rankings. Moving on here to the season stats. Most goals on the season, we got a new leader here, Flowed with 32. Surprised me below 28. John Monkey, number 3 with 25. And a tie here between Pale Poner and Toxic, who drops down to the number 4 ranked here with 24. Most assists, Bomber, 35 for him of Cobra Kai. Number 2 is Pale Poner with 30, along with Drug Monkey with 30. And then a tie here between Float and Cobb. Float, another top here, and that goes to the points. If you're leading goals and you're on the top 5 for assists, you're going to lead in points. 60 for him. Pale Poner with 54. Bomber 51. Surprised me with 50. And Toxic moving down the ranks here with 49. Most points as a defenseman, we got a new leader here, Mr. Anderson, 26. Below him is DeMar with 24. Rapid Calf, rookie here this season, 21. Hall of Fame with 20. And Cougar Hunter, a rookie here as well, was 19. Best plus and minus as a defenseman, Running Duck Butter plus 23. The Odd Guy with 22. Cougar Hunter plus 21. Hall of Fame plus 20. And Guyneman as well plus 20. Most points as a rookie, Cobb here leading the pack with 45. This snub also having a solid season here, 38 points. Levin's most paid rookie here with 29. Roman with 26. And Rapid Calf plays defense, but he's got 21 points. Most hits, this guy will be on here all season long. Surprised me, 160. SBDR Balone with 134. Pale with 105. Sober and Levens with 102. Most penalty minutes here. The biggest goons surprised me, 29. Right below him, though, Hergsy, 25, with the in as well as 25. SBDR's got 24, and then both Swizz and Toxic with 22. Going to the goalies, least goals against average. Brick City, 2.12. Butcher Son's got 2.22. LL Cool Sam, 2.23. B Crips, 2.32. And the Line, 2.47 goals against. Best save percentage, B Crips, 83.4. What about this guy, Legion, at number 2 with 82. LL Cool Sam, 81.1 save percentage, and Butcher Son with 80.3, and lastly Sir Puffington, 79.9. Most shutouts on the season, Cool Sam with 3. Brick City just got another one, he's right below him with 2, and then we got a 6-way tie here with 1 each for the remainder goalies there. And that does it for the career stats. Let's take a look here at some of the trades and transactions here. After week 3, we got Winters coming, receiving Sir Puffington and the true Ben Swall. Orange Sus getting Sober and Colonelli. But then they end up dropping Colonelli. I think it was a roster or either the salary cap on there went over, so they dropped him and they picked up Viral off the waivers. I think even trade there, but I like Pale receiving here, getting Sober on here, and he's putting looks like Legion in net, so he's really not losing much here. I mean, they did lose a goaltender, but in the same case he got Sober, so adding more power to that offense. High expectations here, dropping JRD, picking up Maureen Mike, but that would change as we take a look here at more of the trades. Niagara Ice Frogs getting Superstar here, while high expectations getting Butcher Son and Blue Line King. I think this was pretty even here. Superstar's been a solid goalie, but the numbers this season not showing that. Butcher Son has been having a good season so far. I think it's a good pickup for high expectations, and at the same time they also get Blue Line King, so I think that's a win-win there for them. But this does cap their roster size, so they did have to drop Marine Mike, unfortunately, still on the waiver pool after week 3. Another trade here, Crosby News for Malkin receiving Anthrax and Ian the Berean, and then those guys getting Levens and Nicky Pats. I like the Crosby pickup here, both Anthrax and Ian, very solid guys here. We haven't seen much on Levens. He's a rookie this season. Nicky Pats is all right, but I think Crosby got the better end of that trade. Later on here, we got Cobra Kai getting Tricky HG, goaltender here. I mean, they also got Brick, but it's good to have a backup there as well. Those guys receiving Stoey Jopa. And then they had to drop here. They dropped Quantanium and BC Ren. We got a typo here. I just didn't feel like changing this. Should read Ragenstein. They pick up Ragenstein off the waiver, so they get their goalie, and they also get Stoey Jopa. So I think that works out for them. Cobra Kai as well wasn't really using Stoey Jopa on there, and they do have a backup goalie now. Should anything transpire with Brick City later in the season. And lastly here, let's take a look at the series here this week. It's only going to be 6 here. It's a short week because of the holidays. Drug Monkey's got his picks here in the lock of the week. Let's take a look at that. We got the Simps over Crosby Neals for Malkin. I like that pick too. I'm a big fan of the Crosby team, but not this week. Just because it's one series a week, that means the Simps get to play whoever the hell they want. And I think it's going to be a big dream team coming out here. Line number 1 against Crosby, and it's going to be very difficult. I think the Simps pull this one. But I wouldn't be surprised there will be an upset here in this one. Crosby's been playing good. Had a solid week in week number 3. 3. Next, the Ice Frogs against Wash. I like this pick as well. Picking the Ice Frogs here. Just got a new goaltender. And then Wash is, up and down, man. Last week, they won some, but they also lost some. Boondock Saints here against High Expectations. I like the Saints here as well. Although they have lost 2 of their last series here last week, so that's something to look for. I know Drug Monkey plays for the Saints, so he ain't gonna bet against them, and you can't bet against Steve Morton. Next is the lock of the week. Those guys against Winter's Coming, and why not? Those guys actually got a win against the Simps. They didn't take the series, but they did get a big win there. Playing a Winter's Coming team here, not looking so good. I like it. I'll pick those guys as well. Next, Cobra Kai. Here's interesting. Cobra Kai taking Johnny Kling's classic hits. This got to be the upset of the week. But I don't know. It could happen here. I like the pick, but classic hits didn't have a good week either. They dropped in the power pole there, but we'll see what team shows up, because sometimes they show up a team that scores like 10 goals, and then we see a classic hits team that could barely score a goal or 2. So and it's gonna be difficult here against a Cobra Kai team who's known for scoring a lot of goals. And lastly, Daily's Wet Noodles against Orange Sauce, taking Sauce here. Yeah, I'll agree with that pick as well. But never count out this Yambags team, regardless who they're playing. It's one of those teams that can win any night. And that does it here for week number 3. All right, that does it here for the Flan Fan Show. Hope you guys like this show. Leave me a like, comment, what you guys think of the show. I know it's a short week here coming up, but we'll have another episode here at the end of the week. Good luck to everybody here. See you guys next week.